ridiculous. Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of our 2020 Street Fighter build series. So we're customizing this bike. We're giving it away alongside our 2021 Panigale V2. So in today's episode, we're actually going to be putting on some super cooling hoses on this bike. I've never seen anything like this before. They're from Ducati. We got them from Manny at Motor Million. Get this guys, they supposedly reduce the coolant temperature on this bike by 40 degrees Fahrenheit, up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That is really insane. If you guys have ever ridden any of the Panigales, the V2s, the V4s, and the Street Fighter, the one thing that there's no denying is these bikes get hot. Anytime you can reduce the temperature on a motorcycle, that's a win in my book. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm heading down to Santa Barbara Ducati, and I'll check in with you guys when we get there. All right, we have arrived down at Santa Barbara Ducati. We got the beautiful Christina K, who's gonna do the unboxing for us. So today, as I mentioned, we're doing the hoses. Again, all of our parts from Manny at Moto Million, or some here at Ducati Santa Barbara as well. There's always links in the description for both the shop and for Manny at Moto Million. What do we got here, teens?
Hoses.
I got hose.
Hose.
In different area codes. Weird, right?
No, your song is what's weird.
Okay,
These look really cool.
yeah, so they look really nice, and then these right here, these fins, help dissipate heat. So that's kind of the whole point. You want to hear what's crazy, teens? I was talking to them on the way down.
Yeah.
These hoses by themselves can help reduce the heat of the coolant by up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
What?
How crazy is that?
Just
yeah.
these little parts?
Just those two parts. So what happens is, well, once you actually get them out, yeah, they're gonna go right here. They're two pieces instead of one. So this black hose right here is gonna be replaced by these. And you see these fins right here, teens? Yeah. It's gonna funnel the air right onto this, which is gonna dissipate all the heat. You can actually feel how hot that is. Feel that? Be careful, it's hot. Feel how hot that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so instead of it just being silicone, which is keeping all that heat inside and keeping all the coolant hot, it's gonna be these here instead. Two of those. This guy here and these guys here.
I love the color.
Yeah, they're gonna help dissipate heat. We went with the red.
It matches.
Yeah, it's nice, right? Matches the crash protection, the rest of it. So how cool is that freaking shit?
Really
I've never tried these before. The unfortunate thing about this is on the past Panigale generations, they actually had an actual temperature for the heat up here. But for some reason when they upgraded to the V4 Panigale and Street Fighters, they took the actual heat temperature away and they just give you bars now. I think one of the reasons why they did that is because people complained about how hot these got, and when you saw like an actual temperature here that said 220 degrees, it kind of exponentially like made you feel like it was even hotter than it is. But now you don't actually have temperatures, so there's really no way for us to track this. And looking at the bars really probably isn't going to make that big of a difference, but by the seat of my pants, I'll give you guys a ride when I go home, and I'm probably not going to be able to tell anything, but honestly, anytime you can keep your motor cooler, it's going to be a good thing. So that's what we're doing today. I think it's going to be pretty involved, so let's get started. Thank you, teens. So just like that, teens is out of here. She's going to get her legs lasered. She's got those dark Lebanese hairs.
Thank you. Thank you. I needed that.
So wish her luck. It's super painful. She gets her privates lasered too, guys.
Okay.
She's completely clean down there. All right, good luck, babe. We'll miss you. So we're moving this monster off the lift here that he was working on. Is this a 696?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. You want to start it up for us? Full Desmo you just did on it?
Yeah.
It's a cool looking bike, man.
Yeah,
actually.
Termies.
Is it just a slip-on? Looks like, yeah, it looks like it's just a slip-on.
Yeah, but it has the race ECU.
The race ECU?
Yeah.
Start that puppy up for us. Oh, shit. Classic Ducati sound right there. Oh, yes. Listen to that. Listen to that clutch. Super cool. So actually guys, I just noticed these are not, I said they were Ducati, they're actually Performance Technology, that's the brand. So I wanted to clarify that. They're not Ducati. It looks like something Ducati would make, but they're not actually Ducati. So yeah, the quality of this is, it just looks so freaking cool, and they come in all different colors and stuff too to match your bike and everything. It's super cool. And actually right now Corey's hooking it up to the software program, and John had an idea that maybe we could, since they don't tell you exact values on here, we could look up the max, min, and maximum values that it's had, and then I can ride it for a few weeks and we can hook it back up again and then see how the values have changed. Or we could even use a stock bike and compare the stock bike to this one, and we can reset those values in the system so that now we'll have a new baseline. So that's what we're trying to do right now. I'll keep you posted on whether it works or not. Okay, so as it turns out, the way that this actually works is it'll track like basically what's happening right now. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna install the hoses, and then we'll bring the stock bike back. We'll start that one for 5 minutes, let it come up to temperature, let the fans kick on and all that. We'll track what that temperature is. Then we'll start up the new one with the new hoses, and we'll track that temperature and see what the max values are and see if there's any difference. All right, so in order to do what we need to do today, we need to get obviously this part here, this whole hose unhooked, which goes back into there. So I believe we're gonna have to take off some stuff here. We're gonna start with the bottom panel and then probably take off this stuff up here until we get to where we need to go. So this is gonna be interesting. I've never seen anything like this done before. I'm not sure, have you ever done anything like this, Corey?
Yeah.
You've obviously replaced hoses. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so pulled off the bottom panel first. Next thing he's doing is pulling off the winglets that have been always a topic of controversy, but obviously they work, and I think that they'll look great when they're in carbon. So there you go. Look how beautiful those pipes look in there, guys. Look at the coloring. My God, that's amazing. All right, so we thought we'd be able to get access to it by just removing this stuff here, but it turns out this all goes under and funnels up to the fairing. And in order to take this off, you have to take this off. So we're taking off part half the bike just to do the hoses. All right, so we actually ran into some guys, some subscribers. They wanted to try out the comfort seat off of our hover bike. So we actually took it off of this one and put it on one in the showroom there so they could try it out and see what they thought. They actually really liked it. And in the meantime, Corey's been removing stuff on this bike. This is crazy how much the bike we had to take apart to get to this. So is that what you needed?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you needed. Is this gonna be in your way? You think we'll be able to get around it?
Yeah, we'll sneak around it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was gonna, that's a shame that we just put that on there, but I guess you can always take it off if you need to.
No worries.
Yeah. Sweet, so there you go. That's what we're gonna be replacing, this entire hose right here. Guys, check this out. Leo just pulled up on his 1290 Duke. This is an 18, you said?
16.
Oh, a 2016 Duke, okay. Actually, this is gonna be for sale, right?
It's for sale right now?
Okay, so it is for sale. I will get his information and put it in the description below if you guys are interested. Is it gonna be in Santa Barbara, or where are you?
Santa Barbara, Ventura County.
Okay, Santa Barbara, this area, but obviously they can ship it anywhere in the country if you're interested. Look at this bike, guys. So have you done some extra stuff to this? I mean,
Everything.
okay, yeah, because it looks really nice, dude. I noticed the carbon right here. Obviously you got an exhaust on it. Can you start it up for us?
Oh, absolutely.
So out of all the stuff people tell me to do when I'm always talking about builds and all that kind of stuff, this is always one of the most popular options. So I'm curious to see what this puppy sounds like. Look at that, man. This is actually really clean. When you have it nice and cleaned up like this, it looks really good. Holy shit! Damn, dude. Wow. It actually kind of sounds like a Ducati a little bit. Yeah.
Very much.
Holy shit. So yeah, there it is, guys. That puppy is for sale if you're interested. Look at that heel guard carbon. Very nicely done, dude. Thanks for showing it to you. I'll put his information in the description below if you guys are interested. Check it out. All right, sorry, people keep coming up and saying hi to me. There's 5 people that stop by, which is amazing. I always want you guys to stop by and say hi. All right, what are we doing right now? Draining the coolant?
Draining it, yeah.
All right, time to drain the coolant, folks. Let's see what happens. And is this gonna drain it all the way down, or will there still be some coolant down below?
There's gonna be a little bit in the peaks and valleys, but
okay.
We'll still bleed it.
Gotta love the peaks and valleys, don't you? Don't you guys? I personally like the peaks, but you know, the valleys are good too. Here we go. Ah, that feels good. Oh. the pink fluid. Oh man. All right, what's going on here, Corey? Just removing the hose or what?
Got the front hose off. Now just
do the same thing in the back?
Yep.
And are you just literally pulling it, or did you loosen the
the
clamps?
I loosened the clamps.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, they're a little heat shrunk on there.
Okay,
so,
gotcha. So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Okay. All right, so these three amigos came up to say hi to me. They watched the channel and all that. Actually, you both have V2s, right? Yeah. Both have V2s. Oh, all three of you guys have V2s? Hell yeah. So they're checking out the V2 build right now, which is basically in hovercraft mode. But they were the ones checking out the seat because they didn't believe me. They came up here, they said, you know what, there's no way that comfort seat is that good. And as soon as their balls touched it, they all ordered one.
We're believers now.
Now they're believers. But Robert came up here to visit me about, what was that, a couple months ago, right?
July 16th.
Yeah, I put his V2 in the video, actually. Yeah. So you guys saw, he had the full titanium exhaust before this bike even did. But on his way up here, he actually got pulled over and he got a ticket. And he actually found out what happened from that ticket. And he actually lost his license, guys.
Yeah.
So I feel like it was a little bit of my fault because he was coming up here to visit me and then he lost his damn license. So show him some love in the comment section below. I think he was, they said he was going like 110 or something like that. I'm like, dude, I do 110 every day. Yeah, that allegedly, that was never proven. But yeah, they're down here checking out the bike. If you guys are local in the area and you ever want to come up to Ducati Santa Barbara and check stuff out, we welcome you with open arms. So don't ever hesitate to come up and say hi. And if you are coming up to say hi, shoot me a message like Robert did, and I'll try and come and down and hang out and stuff like that too if I'm here. So this is what it's all about, guys. A bunch of V2 boys getting ideas for their bikes, and it doesn't get any better than this. So thanks guys for coming up, I appreciate it. Show them some love in the comment section below. All right, in the meantime, I'm over here shooting the shit with everybody. Corey's just working his ass off. Guys, look how freaking cool that looks. Are you just moving them around a little bit, getting them into place?
Yeah.
Dude, they look freaking badass. This is what it's come to, guys. You know we have a problem when we're finding better hoses to put on our bikes. Something that you're not even really gonna see on this bike. You will though. That is freaking cool, man. It's like a work of art. That is badass. All right, so Corey got everything sorted out. What did you do? Just end up pushing it further down on this guy?
Yeah.
In order for it to sit properly?
Yep.
So he seated that all the way down, and then now it's not, you don't want it touching against this because it would make sound, right?
Yeah,
basically.
That's the main purpose.
Yeah, and then he hooked up the other hoses that run alongside this guy here. And now that's all tightened up. Guys, look how freaking sick that looks. Only Jaret can get excited about hoses. So what are you doing next? Gonna put some, fill the coolant up? So you gotta move this shit off to get into there?
Gotta take the fairing off.
All right, so Corey went ahead and filled up the coolant here. What is this called? I don't even know what that's called.
Any?
That's the stuff they put in Ferraris, you said?
Yeah, the Euros.
Well, if it's good enough for Ferraris, I guess it's good enough for our Ducatis.
It's the Ducati special.
All right, what are we doing here, Corey?
Giving Jaret and YouTube a heart attack.
Giving us a heart attack here? He just pulls the bike off the thing and just starts leaning it over. Okay, that's like how far I get it when I'm riding. As they look at the chicken strips here. Look at your chicken strips, Jaret. Oh my God, you don't know how to ride. Calm down, everyone calm down. All right, so there you see the difference after we rocked it. We actually rocked it to both sides. So you can still see it down in there, but it definitely helps. So he's gonna refill it now, all the way back up, and then are you gonna run it at all, or are you gonna wait?
After the fact.
Yeah, okay. And then are you gonna put some in the overflow as well?
Yeah.
Yeah,
After we put some in the overflow, we'll heat cycle it.
We'll put our Ferrari coolant in, and then this thing is gonna gain 5 horsepower.
Exactly.
All right, and then the last thing to do is fill up the overflow tank. Corey's using one of his many hose. Corey's got a bunch of hose. Little secret hose, but
special hose.
yeah, it's kind of hard to see in here, huh? How the hell do you even know?
Yeah,
oh, okay, you can
right
see it down there. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. And then how far up do you fill this? Because there's no
a little
line.
sight on this side for minimum and maximum.
Oh, okay, it does tell you.
Yeah.
So it's not very high then, huh?
No.
Okay.
We're just gonna fill it a little bit over the top,
Yeah.
so we can get it all.
Because you know it's going to suck through anyway. Yeah. Cool. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hook both Ducatis up to the DDS system, and we're going to find out the temperatures of them just sitting here, and we're going to see how much this changes. Keep in mind, these are actually built to have air flowing over them, so I'm not sure how much we're going to notice on this test, but we want to try to get some sort of numbers if we can for you guys. And while we're hanging out and watching them come up to temperature, Christina got Domino's for us. We got some garlic knots, we got some pepperoni and onion, and we got some cheese pizza for the boys. Okay, So this is the build series Street Fighter. We're gonna start off with this. You can see the air temperature 62, the current temperature of the bike 82. We're gonna start it up, let it come up to temperature. We're gonna time how long it takes to get up to temperature where the fans come on. And then we're gonna just, I guess, see how hot the max temperature is as well. So here we go. Start her on up, boys. All right, so we're at 3 minutes 45 seconds right now. We're up to 180 degrees, 181, and actually it's taking a little bit of time. I don't know if it's actually gonna come on. Christina just showed up, she's eating some pizza. Look at her. That's how she stays in shape, guys. Pizza from Domino's. All right, guys, so we're 8 minutes in. It's still not even close to turning the fans on. We're at 208, and I think we're just gonna call it because it shouldn't take this long, and I don't think they're actually gonna come on. So we'll just, 8 minutes, 208, that's what we're gonna call it for this one. And then before we start the next bike, we were just checking it over, making sure that there were no leaks. Corey said everything looks good, and I trust Corey.
Proper.
All right, so next we're gonna do the stock Street Fighter. This is a Dark Stealth edition. They actually have this for sale here if you want this, so come down and get it if you want one. It probably will be sold by the time you see this, because they sold like 8 in the past 2 weeks. Anyway, go ahead and do the honors, Corey. Sounds totally different, huh? Black looks so good. It is a lot quieter. All right, I'll check in with you guys in a minute. All right, we're 6 minutes in, and we're already at 200 degrees. So this is crazy how much faster that is. It took us, it basically stopped at 208. We could have just kept letting it go longer. So it's a massive difference. Okay, so just the amount of time it took me to grab my camera, we're already past the 208. It took a minute it took a minute longer for us to get there on our bike, and it took a minute less on this one, but I actually want to let it keep running and see how long it's going to take for the fans to come on. So, let's see. So, there we are. The fans are officially on, and they wouldn't even come on our bike. So, yeah, so at 2:17 is when the fans come on. We were waiting. We actually had ours on for a lot longer than 8 minutes. It was probably probably over 9 minutes, and our fans never even came on. So definitely a difference. Whether or not that's the hoses that we put on, you can turn it off now, Corey. Whether or not that's from the hoses that we put on, to be honest, I have no idea. I would say that these are going to probably make more of a difference when you're actually moving and there's air flowing over them to help reduce that coolant temperature. I would say that's more of a function of the full titanium exhaust system and the new up map. Wouldn't you agree, Corey?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but again, I'm sure these are still going to make a difference as well. John said he actually might throw a computer in his backpack and take this bike for a ride and see if he can actually get differences in temperatures on a same ride, stock for stock. So that's something we might do in the future. But to be honest, if it's my bike, I would definitely put these on my bike, whether I have a Panigale V2, a Panigale V4, or a Street Fighter. Any bike that these would fit on, I would put them on there, because anytime you can lower the temperature, I think it's going to be a good thing. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with us. I know it was a bit of a longer episode, but we had a lot of people stopping by, hanging out, and it was just cool to shoot the shit and meet all you guys in person. So don't ever hesitate to come down to the shop, guys. You can, shoot me a message on Instagram if you're going to be here. If you're buying a bike from them, let me know. I'll come down here and meet you whenever you take delivery of your bike. And we just want this to be like a big family down here. We want everybody to come down and just enjoy it. We all love the same things. We love motorcycles, and we just want to share that with you guys. So I think that's going to do it. Don't forget, this is so we actually have the 2 bikes together for one of the first times. So we have our 2020 Street Fighter. This is a giveaway bike. Patreon.com if you want to be entered to win this bike. And then we've got our V2, which is currently in hovercraft mode over here. We're waiting for the wheels to get painted. That's also part of the giveaway, and that should be happening relatively soon. So if you guys want to be a part of that, make sure you check out the Patreon page. Hey, I'm not filming or anything. Most oblivious person on earth. That's it. If you liked the video, guys, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thanks, Preston.